Killer Whisk, PSN Killer Whisk, and we got Outlandish PSN. What is it? Saber Wolf 87. We'll put that into the comments. Well, he will. Yes, indeed. Episode 16, gaming news. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to let you guys know that when we're on 7:30 p.m. Fridays. A lot has happened. Not so much major, but a lot of
little things.
A lot of little things. Has conspired this week, and I'm just gonna go ahead and say this. Thank you guys all for the subscribers and those that are sharing and caring. What dawned on me today is we are breaking news, gaming news on a weekly basis, hot off the presses. Okay, we always do it every single week for every news. We're not doing it sounding robotic. We're not doing anything as far as very in the particulars confusing an average listener, but we are giving you updated and in IOOs, in our opinions, of news that has broke within this week. And that just dawned on me, like, this is great. And people love it. And thank you guys. Thank you for those that subscribe, those that share the content, those that are anticipating what we're going to talk about and see the updated news. It is a very, very great thing. Again, thank you. So, without further ado, and I'm going to load up the image. So what you're going to do is talk to one topic there. Let me put on the multi-stream so I can see everybody chatting today. Again, episode 16, man. This is exciting. Isn't it outlandish? Isn't it exciting?
It is super exciting.
Absolutely. So he's in the zone right now trying to get things crafted as far as communicating with everybody. I'm going to get the episode 16. Boom. So let's talk. What do you want to talk about? What's a good topic we could talk about? To start it off.
Well, let's see. Let's start off
like something
with,
that's nice, not too intricate, but
why don't we do
nice.
the cartoon show, man?
What is it?
The Final Fantasy one.
Okay.
We'll start off with that.
Let's just do that. Let me bring up the image real quick here. And so I'm going to introduce the topic because a lot of people don't realize that this is actually epic.
It's actually really cool. Like I'm like pretty shocked by this. When I saw it, I was like, oh.
And Final Fantasy IX is going to have a TV series.
Yeah, it's actually
not a movie, a TV series.
A TV series. It's going to be a cartoon animated TV series.
That's nuts.
And you know what's awesome about this too? Because this is the only Final Fantasy we're able to do it with this. It's going to be actually good for kids. So it's going to be between 8 to 13-year-olds for people to watch it. I'm sure you know the Final Fantasy series. This was kind of shocking because Final Fantasy series deal with a lot of dark topics.
And they do. So this is the safest one?
That's why. This is actually the safest one. It has some dark topics, but a lot of it was very wholesome, I guess, for lack of better words I can think of right now.
Yeah.
It's actually really, like, it's really wholesome. It had a lot of, it talks about depression and things of that nature, but a lot of it is a lot of fun. It's very colorful, very bright. So this Final Fantasy, out of all the Final Fantasies, and you know there's a lot of Final Fantasies out there, this fit perfectly for a kid's cartoon.
And it's cool.
Yeah.
Because, again, it fits the narrative for they're small little dudes.
Exactly. So
they're small little dudes, which is pretty cool.
Exactly. So what's going to be, it's going to be a French company who's working with Square Enix. The name of the company is Cyber Group Studios.
Okay.
They made a lot of cartoons and 3D animation TV shows. Lot of them are kids, obviously, kid shows.
Yep.
A lot of it is came out to Canada, France, some in America. They made a lot of shows. I actually looked it up. They made a ton.
So this company made a lot of shows.
So a lot of their shows are obviously for kids and stuff like that. But it seems like they know what they're doing, which is actually pretty good, which I'm excited about. Now, I'm just trying to see, if exactly, how are they going to handle this. I'm definitely going to check it out because I'm not going to lie, at my age, I still enjoy watching cartoons and things of that nature. So I'm definitely going to be checking this out. Like, I'm not sure like how they're gonna go about this. Only because, like I said, this company has done a lot of kids cartoons, but a lot of this stuff, I guess, teaches lessons. So it's just like I'm wondering, kind of curious on like how they're going to go about this. See, how they're going to handle this, especially it being Final Fantasy. Because, like I said, Final Fantasy IX is definitely the better of the two to have the better of the Final Fantasies to be able to have the animated cartoon show, but we need to find out if they're gonna actually have some of the stuff. Because, like I say, they do deal with some dark stuff, not too much. They deal with death, depression, war, genocide, but not as much as games like Final Fantasy VIII or Final Fantasy VII or like Final Fantasy VI and IV. They have a lot more darker times, so I would think Final Fantasy IX would actually fit perfectly.
Well, I think Final Fantasy XI should be an action film.
Final Fantasy 11?
Yeah.
You mean the MMORPG?
Oh, no, 13.
Oh, I was about to say.
I thought of Lightning, and I swear I thought 11.
What?
Oh, yeah, no, not the MMO.
MMORPG into a thing.
Nope, we want 13. 13.
Yeah.
Keep Final Fantasy 7 as a...
Final
I think
Fantasy
it would be...
the movie. The movie was good.
Yeah, oh, yeah,
Avatar
eventually.
Avatar was
But
good.
you know what? Maybe because I'm thinking like Michael Bay type movies, and they'll put Final Fantasy 7 and make it all just weird. So I wouldn't want that.
I don't want Michael Bay touching any of my movies. His movies are
Any
explosions,
and
hot people,
Horizon Sunlight.
hot people, explosions. That's literally his movies.
Michael Bay,
You have to
starring
literally turn your
explosions.
brain off to enjoy those movies, because if not, you're going to see so much plot holes in all of them. Because I'm sorry, he does not make a quality movie. He makes a summer-packed, like action-packed movie, but he does not make a quality movie.
There's not really substance.
His characters don't have substance. His characters don't have.
They just got the shimmering
hot.
sunlight.
They're hot.
Yeah, they're
And
not even that. They're like literally hot because the sun is burning at a certain angle that it looks shiny, and you're like, so what's our quest today? And the camera just moves around, and
It's
it goes
like-
to the other character that randomly now he's under
then
the sun
action
too.
scene will happen, and then it'll have 5 more explosions than a normal action scene, and it's like that's Michael Bay in the movie. That's pretty much a Michael Bay.
Okay, so we have learned Outlandish does not like Michael Bay.
I'm not a fan of his stuff.
You are not a fan.
You have to turn your brain
Yeah,
off,
you gotta-
and I just can't do that.
You can't think.
I
You just
I
gotta
like
go
the
in there
movies.
and go explosions.
Like
That's it.
literally, that's the movies. I've just never been a fan of his type of movies.
Yeah. So, it's very cool that they're going to come out with Final Fantasy IX as an animated TV series.
Exactly.
Now, where is it going to be? Well, I don't know if you mentioned it, but Netflix,
Oh,
Hulu.
they haven't mentioned when's it coming out yet, or when's it coming out. I'm hoping something like this with it on Netflix perfectly.
Yeah.
I would think, because Netflix has a lot of like cartoon animated shows that fits different kind of things like Kipo, love that one.
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Seuss Green Eggs and Ham, that's another animated TV show which was great.
So you think the home should be Netflix?
I think so. It would fit
I'm going to say Hulu.
You think Hulu?
And the reason why I'm saying Hulu is because I think they're more pioneers of TV shows. Just TV shows.
But Netflix has a lot
So
of good TV
they,
shows.
yeah,
too, though.
I know.
Like I've been
But
binging
when
on
you go
watching a lot of them.
when you go to a Netflix, you're watching a movie. You stumble upon series, which now they're getting traction.
So much good series on there.
So much good series.
So much.
But you go on Netflix and you watch a movie. That's the initial, at least in my opinion. You go to Netflix, you want to look for a movie. And then when you realize that this particular show is not a movie, it's a series, then you go and you watch the series. Whereas Hulu, in my opinion, I don't go on Hulu and find movies.
Yeah, they have
Do you
a
see
lot
what
of
I'm
TV
saying?
shows. Yeah, they have TV
You see-
shows.
but you see what I'm getting at.
I get what you get. I get what
Yeah.
you get. I get what you get.
So-
I get it.
You feel me? So it's like I go on Hulu and I expect TV shows, not movies. Amazon, I expect movies,
Well, they have TV shows there too.
but I expect movies. So that's and hopefully I'm not the only one that thinks that, but that's my idea. So I feel Final Fantasy IX should be on Hulu. Second would be on Netflix. What do I know? I'm not behind the scenes looking at the numbers of what's popular, what's not. All I know is whatever is easier for that TV series to be approachable to the major audience. So that is really cool. I'm not gonna lie. So now we're gonna move on to another topic. What topic we're gonna talk about now? Let's
You wanna do one of yours?
Yeah, Windows 11. And why do we mention Windows 11 on a Brothers of Podcast Gaming? Why do we mention Windows 11?
Yeah,
like
why
why?
Windows?
Why are we talking about Windows?
That's not a game. That's not a game console.
Why? But why am I doing that? So I would love to pop quiz in the chat, but we are gonna explore what Windows 11 is going to be. No, we're not. I'm just saying Windows 7 is obviously under Microsoft. What video game is under Microsoft? Outlandish.
Halo, Gears,
Or-
Forza.
Or Xbox. That was what
Oh,
that's the answer.
Okay.
That's the answer.
Okay.
Okay,
Yes,
you were
Xbox,
giving me
yes.
games. I was getting the corporation. So
Okay,
Windows 7 is Windows 7. Why am I saying Windows 7? I think because Windows 7 traumatized the crap out of me.
It was pretty bad. Yeah.
Windows 11.
11,
No,
yes.
Vista was bad.
Oh,
Vista was
Vista
bad.
was bad.
And I think
No,
after
actually,
Vista it
Windows
was 7.
2000 was bad.
No, I think no. Windows Vista, I think eclipsed Windows 2000. I'm gonna say that. Put the mic a little bit close because I don't want to have Windows 7 I think traumatized after Windows Vista, so that's why I'm saying Windows 7 because it's programmed in my brain. Windows 11.
Yes.
They announced recently that Windows 11 is going to be the new operating system as in the last 6 years there was Windows 10. So it's been 6 years since they never updated their damn Windows operating system, which to be honest with you, we already kind of know because that's what we do. We just see updates, we just go for it, but we don't really expect a PC to have a major update like what Apple has or what Android has with an ice cream flavor of any frozen treat of the fact, or like even PlayStation 5 or PlayStation 4 has a major firmware update. We're kind of like, that's cool. We don't really like anticipate and num. We don't do that.
Exactly.
We don't do that with Xbox neither. They go, hey, here's another update, but this one's going to be major. We don't go, no. Apple, we do. Android, we do. Because
For the Android users,
for the most part, no, we don't, but
Yeah.
the public does when it comes to ice cream box.
Yeah.
No. Literally. But when it comes to iOS, we see it, it's eventful, it's the actual, you know what I'm saying? So, but when Windows 11, Jesus, when 11, so when they announce, it's like, okay, whatever. What does it got to do with B.o.P podcast? What does it got to do with gaming? Because of Microsoft. Okay, so but it's Microsoft. They don't got nothing.
Yeah,
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
So what happened?
Because within the release of Windows 11, they were poking some holes. They come to realize that Windows 11 will allow you to stream your games on Game Pass Ultimate.
Oh.
And that was snuck in there. It wasn't even like, it was asked and it was answered, and that's it.
So they could just stream it directly on Windows 11?
You have Game
Xbox
Pass Ultimate.
Pass?
If you have Game Pass Ultimate, you're only allowed right now, currently, to download the game. Hogs up your PC space.
Okay.
Those that are in beta, that got Game Pass Ultimate beta on the PC, was allowed to test the waters for streaming. So that was beta. A handful of people. Fine.
Yeah. Testing. That's what it always is.
Windows 11. Features on the Windows 11. One of them, streaming your Game Pass Ultimate Xbox games. That's a big fluffing deal.
That is a huge
But
deal.
again, it was just asked, answered.
I can imagine it's pretty easy for them since, they own Windows, so obviously.
Yeah,
So
and-
it's an easy lateral move.
It is. But they do understand the gravity of it. Like, that is a big...
Oh, that's a big deal. Trust
That's
me,
a
it
big
is.
deal.
Literally, I don't have to... Pretty much, if what you're saying, I don't have to buy an Xbox.
And not to mention,
I
it's
can
gonna be-
literally just use my PC and be like, okay, there it goes.
And you could do it on your Chrome browser. Well, Chrome browsers don't violate. They could do that too.
I was about to say, that's a violation.
They could. I mean, that is violation. But they could do it on their, what is it called now, dude? What is it called? Explorer? I'm so used to. I'm talking old school, bro. Like I'm like in year 2001. What is this freaking thing called? What's the new?
Surface?
No, that's the tablet.
Oh.
The name of this browser that I use, Edge. Microsoft Edge. Stupid name. They should have kept Explorer. Fine.
Well,
I don't use
I
their
never
browser.
use their browser anyway.
Bro, I don't even use Chrome. I use Torch, and now I can't even get Torch on my damn laptop. Apparently,
I just use Chrome because
it's a Russian hack.
I just use Chrome because it just attaches everything. It makes things so much
Yeah,
easier.
so Chrome is great. That's why you think Stadia would hold it down, but they don't. So now with Xbox, you could have Microsoft Edge to have the plug-in to play. Then you have your PC that could just stream your Game Pass Ultimate games. Mm-hmm. Not only the Xbox games and day one releases, we're talking PC games as well. Streaming. Dude, that's insane.
That is insane.
And the fact that they just said it as just a press release of Windows 11 operating system.
That's crazy.
Okay, cool. No, that's a big deal. That's a big deal. So look out for that. They're gearing for Windows 11 to be the holiday season, September, October, November-ish. I'm not going to say December. I don't think it's going to be December, but September, October, November release of Windows 11. And if anything changes, obviously you hear from us, and we'll let you guys know if anything changes in regards to the release of the streaming platform of the Xbox. Now we're going to wait on what TV devices and what Android hub devices will support the Xbox Game Pass or the Xbox app in particular, because that's where the meat and potatoes are going to be. But the fact that the Windows 11 is going to be coming out right off the bat, bam, as the feature for Windows 11 is nuts.
So nuts.
It's crazy. So that's why I plugged Windows 11 in there today, because it really is something that I don't think a lot of people gravitated or understand the gravity of said features. You seem a little bit busy on that iPad. What's happening?
Oh, no. I was just trying to figure something out. Something wasn't working correctly. So
okay.
I figured it out.
Hopefully not breaking things, dropping things. Where's your drink?
Man.
Okay, drink it up. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Drink it up. I'm drinking mine, but it's not. Mine has it's manufactured blueberry ale. I will say it's from Newport, Rhode Island. I guess advertisements and all that jazz, but it's really good, really good. So that is my Windows 11 take. Now we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna hog the spotlight a little bit longer, because now what I'm gonna talk about is the upgrade, and this is a generic picture, as you can see, guys. Xbox upgrade. It reminds you of that. Remember that old meme that they came out with power energy drinks? They show the angry Hulk, and they're just like, infusion, epicness.
Yeah, I remember those.
This picture looks like Xbox upgrade.
Oh yeah.
Explosions. You know. But so what I mean by the upgrade is the data centers that one of the competitors, Stadia, has boasted and boast about. And pretty much what I mean by data centers is when you wirelessly play a game, that game is running on the CPU and GPU on your PC to run those graphics, but the actual ping, the actual data of that game being streamed is from a data center. Xbox upgrade, as you can see there, now they mentioned and they announced that they are currently upgrading their data centers to allow Xbox Series X and S quality games on the cloud. Windows 11 release. This is why it kind of blends into one.
It does,
so since they announced their upgrade, those that are in beta will see the settings as a choice. So what I mean by that is, let's say if you're playing on a PC and you're on a beta and you're only at 30 frames per second at 1080p, but you have a 4K TV, you have a 4K monitor, and then you have the power, but the actual streaming doesn't allow you to have that power. Now they're upgrading the data centers, so now you are allowed to do so. And now, whatever, if it's an app or whatever it is, because again, I'm not a beta tester. I wish I was. I would know the actual settings. But you plug in the settings, and now you will see your choice of graphics. So 60 frames per second up to 4K, and all that jazz. So them backing it up, upgrading it, and releasing it out there to the betas, and now they're testing it. And when Windows 11 come out, it's going to slowly boom, 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 and that's cool. Goodbye, Stadia. I'm telling you by year's end, bro.
I already know that.
Well, we don't know that because a homeboy said he's very petty. You've seen it on Twitter. I was the one that did it. Outlandish was not. He was just seeing so he's petty as hell. So he want to go about mentioning after the conference, he replied and mentioned that, see how they showed Stadia, all these new releases, they wouldn't be putting major bugs in it. Google does that. They do that. They put out major stuff and then bam, it's closed.
Exactly.
So
they do it all the time.
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
All
So,
the time.
yes, by the end of the year, I said 6 months to a year. So 6 months to a year, game over.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking by next year, last month, boom. But it could be right in December. If Xbox executes this flawlessly, if they execute it flawlessly,
what's
goodbye
the point
Stadia.
of Stadia?
And then if
That's
PlayStation
what I'm saying.
5,
What's the point
yeah,
of
and
it?
if Sony PlayStation releases a competitor Game Pass, makes it more smoother, there's two big, huge fan bases. You don't need Stadia anymore, and it's done.
Exactly.
Then Stadia could just partner
What does
with who?
Stadia have?
Stadia could just partner with Sony, and that'd be great because Microsoft got their servers. They got their service, you know.
exactly.
So it's like they could work, and they could be on Chrome, but not really much of a benefit if that's the case. Okay, so that's a good knocking out topics. Which again, we're gonna I don't know, right? It's light work today.
I want to talk about
I'm gonna put up some.
something that Facebook did with VR players that kind of rubbed them the wrong way.
Okay, let's pull up this real quick. Let's get the actual image so we know what we're talking about here. Just a generic lady with a mock-up of, and you tell me if it's a mock-up because I'd never seen that type of device interface at all. So it's a VR headset, ladies grabbing it, boom. But
So pretty much what the situation with this is, VR players, Facebook decided they wanted to test something out. Because you know how companies like to test things out and all that type of stuff.
which AT&T, and I think now I understand what you were talking about. AT&T tried this with DirecTV, and it threw me all off. It was unique, but pissed me off.
It's so stupid.
Yeah, because AT&T did this too.
So Facebook decided about a week ago, they announced that they're going to test out in-game advertisement.
In-game advertisement?
In-game
What does that entail?
advertisement. So pretty much what they're doing is they're going to advertise in a game, advertisements, things that you will like, advertise, basically, you know how Facebook advertises stuff that you will like for the most part. They wanted to do that in the game. They started it off with Blast On.
Can we make a joke real quick?
Go ahead.
So you mean to tell me these ads can be correlated by your Facebook profile? What if you're a dirty, dirty man, and all of a sudden you see you're playing a game and you see an advertisement of something very, very dirty?
I don't know. That's very true.
Just
it could
imagine
be something like that. Exactly. So now the
That's
issue.
creepy.
Now the issue with this is usually ads are on games that are free to play. That means games that are free, but of course they have to have ads to pay for their game.
Pay the bills.
That's usually how it works. Ads on free to play games, that can't be stopped. Blast On is $10, meaning you're paying for a game and also getting ads onto it.
Oh nah, dude, that's violation, bro.
Remember,
stupid.
this is not the first game that's done it. And Facebook this is not the first. This is the first time Facebook has done something like this, but it's not the first time an ad was in a game. Remember the NBA 2K series? Is that the NBA?
Every sports game has advertisements.
Yes, you're paying $60 for a game, and you have to listen and watch advertisements. That is scummy.
Here's the thing with sports titles, it's different because you see banners of advertisement. That's one thing.
No.
This one is completely different.
No, you don't understand. With the latest NBA game that came out, I think it was the latest or the year before that, they literally had full-on ads. No banners, no nothing. Ads. Commercials.
While you're playing the game.
Yes.
Like you're playing the game and all of a sudden you get an ad break.
Exactly.
Hold up. Okay.
You
Continue.
didn't know about this?
Hell no.
Oh, this happened.
Hold up.
I don't know if it was last year or the year before that, but
Hold
it
on.
happened. They got big backlash for that. So that's literally the first thing I thought of when I saw this. It's like, hold on, I paid for a game and you're going to make me watch ads even though I paid for a game? So I was like, so of course VR players of the Facebook got pissed off about this too, and pretty much it was everywhere. Like it was trending. Like people were very pissed off that Facebook was doing this. So of course, with them deciding to, and the way they're gonna do, they displayed it all on the headset.
Oh my God!
You see it, right?
Freaking right. It was UFC.
Oh, it was UFC. That was it. I thought it was NBA.
UFC.
But yeah.
Yeah, because I thought, oh my God, no, hold on, I'm gonna read this.
It's bad.
Yeah, continue.
So
Talk.
pretty
Read
much
this.
they were setting up like you can control the ads and see what you see, and then you can say if you like the ad.
Watch it there at the end of the round. He stayed committed to doing damage upstairs.
No
and
one
landed the seminal
wanted
blow.
that. So
It was
pretty
accumulation
much what happened
of those.
was Blast On is a game that's on Steam and also on Oculus. They review-bombed the game.
All right, let's get to round two.
Oh, damn,
So
they got
basically, they got a bunch
sensitive.
of one-star
One-star,
reviews.
yeah.
Significant
One-star
strike
reviews.
attempt there, but a
All
huge
that,
block.
It tanked the score so bad. So basically,
Looking
what
at-
happened was Blast On spoke on and said, "We're not allowing this in our game. We're not going to have this." And of course, as soon as they did that, all their scores shot back up again.
Oh my
But yeah,
God,
Blast
that's
On was there.
hilarious.
Nope. we're not doing
Complete
that.
reversal. Complete.
Nope. But they are going to put it on.
We speak.
But they are going to put it on one of their games that is actually free to play.
Yeah.
To do a test out. It's called. What was it called? Yeah, Bait. That's it. It's a fishing game.
Okay.
That one is actually free. So they're going to do the little ad thing on that game, which it's still not the best, but it makes more sense because you're going to put it on a free game than an actual game that you pay for.
So
that
to clear,
was my
so to
issue.
clear my ignorance, Ed shouts out to, of course, you, Outlandish, because
So it is
you were
NBA
hip.
too.
No.
Oh, okay.
What Outlandish was talking about was UFC 4, during replays, they played an ad during their replay of what you played.
A game that you spent
move
$60
that you paid
on.
for.
$60
So
on.
I think what EA was trying to do is make it so it looks so realistic to the point that it looks like you're watching it by
But it
putting an
pissed off
advertisement
so
that
much
would gain EA and then the advertisers some money, not realizing how could it affect. But the core principle is this. You purchase the game, you don't need to see an ad. Ad placements is one thing. Ad placements is one
That's
thing.
one thing.
But streaming ads and I can't get away from this ad when I purchased, I'm not obligated to pay anybody
Scummy.
from what I'm playing is scummy, terrible. And yes, UFC 4 got that backlash and they removed it. So
Right away, they removed it.
that's hilarious.
So that's what happened
You
with
know what's
it,
funny?
too.
I heard about that, but I didn't realize the extent of it. I just thought maybe because when I thought about it, I was
it
like,
was trending
people
everywhere.
will
There
now
was
get mad off
videos of-
ad placements. What do you mean? I've seen ad placements since like the Xbox days.
Oh, these are not
But
ad
you're
placements.
saying like
Legit.
Gatorade type of
Exactly.
replayability, like Gatorade advertisements during your own replay that you played and you own.
Exactly.
I can understand they did that with free-to-play games.
Free-to-play game
in
makes
sports
sense.
titles. So if you're doing commercial and whatnot, like if you're doing a replay that it's free-to-play, which EA could possibly do, they can include those because
That
it's free to
makes
play.
sense. For free to play, I won't get mad. It makes sense. It's free.
Yeah.
They have to pay it somehow for the service. Makes sense.
Makes sense.
Don't
Not
do
when-
it on
don't
a
do it
game
when
that
you
I
own
paid
it.
full price on.
Don't do it. But here's
No.
here's the thing though. That's kind of a gray area, don't you think? Do you think they can get away with that? To even if you own a game, we can still
Well,
put
that's
ads.
the thing. They were getting away with that, but the public spoke out, and that's what stopped it.
But what if that could be the
because
new
that
norm?
was a thing.
What could it be? What if that's the new norm?
That's gonna piss off a lot of people, and a lot of people are gonna be.
All right, so let's
because
dive
a lot
into
of
this a
people,
little bit
a
more.
lot of people are gonna be speaking more with their money.
Yeah,
And people
yes.
are not going to buy games. They go. And remember, nowadays reviews are so important for games. So if a game gets reviewed bomb, no one's gonna buy that game. And how much money
It's
they're
like
going
it's
to
word of mouth.
lose.
It's literally word of mouth. on the internet.
Exactly. So that's why companies will listen to people when it comes to things like that.
So what if they don't? All right, so let's dive a
So,
little deeper
go
because
ahead,
our
let's dive.
topics are going really smooth.
Let's
So
go.
let's go dive into it. So
Let's
what
go.
if you don't own games anymore? It's just all streamed. What if like they can generate more revenue instead of sales, but through ads and paying that publisher developer? So now you don't buy Call of Duty. You just play Call of Duty and
You
go through the
still
ads.
have to pay for the service for that, don't you?
Through the ads.
So hold on. So is the service is it gonna be something like Game Pass? Like you pay $50 a month and then you get these games?
Well, if you
or
have-
is it gonna be completely free? What scenario are you trying to get at? Because there's two different answers for that depending on the scenario.
I would say by the company, because if you think about it, let's say if you do Activision. Remember what I said? This can tie into cloud consoles. So what if Activision Blizzard has their own cloud console? So
$10 a month?
$10 a month, you get all these games, but they include ads to pay the publishers and developers.
No, that would.
Why?
It would not go thing because you're paying for it. That's the thing.
You're not paying for it. It's all free.
You're
I-
paying
I
$10
stream
a month still.
as a subscription. I can
Yes.
cancel it at any time. But the developers are not
Exactly,
getting
they
any money.
can cancel it.
But the
And
developers
that's
and
what a lot of people are going to be doing.
publishers get the money. Developers won't. So if you pay a subscription to get all the games with ads, I'm speaking from a company standpoint. They could get away with that.
But you don't understand. If they
But
did
people
that,
won't like it.
people won't sign up for it.
Okay.
And how are they going to make their
All right,
money?
all right,
If
here we
people
go.
don't want us to
I
sign
got
up
you.
for it.
I got you. All right, hear me out.
That's
Ready?
what I'm trying to say.
Hear me out. You know how the prices slowly increase with every generation,
Well, yeah, that's a given.
and that we are sort of complaining that now it's not $60, it's $70 now.
Well,
Holy
yeah.
cow.
Well, remember, I always say this too. Remember, during our time, N64 games were like $70 too.
It's funny. Now that you mention it, you're right.
So that's why I was like, I understand some
You're
of
right.
people's aim because it's been $60 for a long time.
Yeah.
And went up to $7. But remember, during the N64 days, games were $70. Some were $75.
Shit.
Like I remember, I have magazine ads that still has those ads.
Why don't you
Remember?
bring that here, man? Give you
Well,
some evidence and
I
proof.
didn't. Well,
Next
I
week,
didn't think we
just
were
bring it
gonna
up.
do this.
Yeah, me neither. But
But I have evidence and proof on magazines where it says $74.99.
$74.99. Bring it in
$69.99.
next week. Alanda's gonna bring it in. Bring
I
it
have,
in.
to, I have to find it tomorrow.
Just bring in some ad in your old
Because I have all my old
cabinet
magazines.
full
I
of
just have to find
magazines
it, that's all.
and find the
It's all
price
put
of the
away,
game.
so I have to like find
So
it.
okay, okay. Now we're back onto what I was saying.
Okay, so yeah.
So now the prices increase, and the public now with the internet and all that, they can speak how they
Yeah,
don't
which
like
I-
it,
I
which you
would-
never
like I
like.
said, I get people mad
Because when
about
we
that.
had N64 and all that stuff, we had no say because we had no internet, and so it is what it is. The price, and you can afford it, you can afford
and
it,
then
you
of
can't,
course
you
they
can't.
dropped down the price, and from PS2 on, it's been $60. The entire-
$50.
No,
$50.
I thought it was
Don't
$60.
offend. Nope, $50. When the new generation of gaming, Xbox, 360, and the tail end of Xbox, and the PlayStation 2 to PlayStation 3
That's
were
for
$60.
Okay. I thought okay.
I know
okay.
some knowledge
I'm
too, my
sorry,
friend. I
I'm
got you.
sorry,
Okay.
sure.
Anywho, so we're back at it. So now we have a voice. We have the internet. We have posts. We have review bombs. We have everything we could use to speak on how we don't like a design of a movie,
don't forget
actors'
Twi-
promotion
you don't forget
motivations,
Twitter, like
a
things,
company's
hashtags.
donations.
Yeah,
We have
exactly.
all the access to deny. Now we can deny prices of games, right? So what if the prices go so up and their resolution is, well, how about let's go make a full one $19.99 to get all the games you want. We're just gonna include some ads. You don't have to worry about the prices to own anymore. It's $80 to get the CD. So now if you want it with no ads, $100 in the damn Walmart.
That's gonna
Or go ahead and sign up for our Activision Blizzard BattleNet subscription, which includes all the World of
That's what's going to
Warcraft,
piss off
all
a
the
whole
Call of
bunch
Duty
different
games.
Kind of people.
You
That's
see
what's
what
gonna
I'm saying?
piss off a bunch of different people.
But they could get away with it. And
that
they
would
could.
piss off so much people.
You know,
if that was the case.
inflation's going up.
Well, I
The
figured
prices
that.
are going up, right? The prices are going up. I will, man, I look good. So the price is going up. Inflation's on an all-time high. Games might go up.
I mean facts.
Hey, somebody hire me, guy. I got a perfect idea for you guys, but will the public like it?
No.
No.
I would be pissed off at you. I'd be like, oh God, my brother actually created this? What the hell, dude?
Contributed to such ugliness.
This is EA levels of scummy.
It is. It really is.
That's literally EA
It's
levels
bad.
of scummy.
But from a business standpoint, you got to realize
I get the business standpoint.
the business standpoint
I hate
because
it, but I do.
Because now, let's say if the prices go up to $80, near the tail end of this generation, all these people can be like, I can't be forking out $80 for a said game. And that's what they want the public to think. At least 70% of the public are going to go, man, I don't want to spend $80. The game has to have some form of big value for $80. Oh, okay. The value is ownership. Ownership.
Which, I mean, I own my games. So
if you spend $80 on one of our games, guess what? Guess what, Outlandish? You get to own it. It's yours. Oh, you don't have $79.99? You don't? Oh, well, you know what? I got just a thing for you, my friend. I got you a subscription. It's called Killer Whisk World. Killer Whisk World. For an easy $10 a month. Every month, $10 a month. You get all the games that I can give you. But it's going to have some little ads so, you get hip to the new news or the new little products, the deodorant you really wanted or the shampoo you really wanted. Or the new Mountain Dew flavor that partners with Halo Infinite 2.
Or whatever.
You'll see the ads. But it's only $10 a month. It's better than $80, isn't it? It's better than $80, isn't it?
People like me,
and that's what they're gonna fucking do, and it's gonna be nuts. No, I wouldn't. I'd be like, no. It looks good at its face. When you start to realize you're not gonna be, you don't play all that.
You don't own it.
You don't see the value in the tail end of it. It's
like, no.
Yeah, you don't see the value in the tail end of it. So it's just like, why? Like, why am I going to do it?
It's pretty bad.
I said the same thing when I was paying Amazon Luna, unfortunately. I was the beta, I was doing it, but I didn't get a controller, so I was like, I'm not going to play the game. I was going to play it on playing Control. Never happened. So, it is what it is. Okay, so we talked about that. We dove into a little bit of a tangent with that. So, let's get this image out the way here real quick. And now let's go ahead and bring up something that I think... Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that right now. Here we go. I got you guys. You know what I'm going to do right now? Can I put this on this right side? Because my head be getting blocked by these images. So let's see if I can do it like this.
You got a big ass head.
Thank you very much. Love you too. Okay, so it doesn't really cover you. It doesn't cover you that much. So we're talking GameStop. GameStop's in the news for two reasons. Two reasons being, no, I'm not doing any illegal drugs, okay? My nose is itchy and it sucks. So, anyway. Me. Two reasons why GameStop is in the news today with B.o.P, episode 16 podcast. Two reasons. One, I bet you have the numbers. Can you read that for me? As far as their investment money, do you have that numbers or no?
Which?
They sold their stock and they invested that stock. You have the number. Give me the number, please.
So, of course, everyone knows, GameStop, was not doing so well. Then, of course, all these people from Reddit and everything boosted up their stock numbers to incredibly high numbers. Lately, it has been, settling off. I think it's about like 200. It's about like 200 something dollars.
Yeah.
Around there.
I think so. Yeah.
It's around like whatever. So, GameStop decided to cash in their stocks of 5 million shares.
Yeah.
And gained $1.1 billion.
So $1.1 million off shares. Billion. 1.1 B.
Out of 5 million shares.
5 million shares sold $1.1 billion to invest into their company. Okay. So that's what I wanted to get at. I just needed numbers.
Oh, okay. You figured you'll explain. I figured you'll explain everything.
You could dive in.
Yeah.
So, $1.1 billion that they went and invested. Now, here's another second reason why GameStop's in the news this week, and I am glad this happened. The actual, and I'm going to go break it down for you again, so those that don't remember, our previous B.o.P podcast episodes, we did break this down. Okay? White Square Capital. I think that's what their name is. Or White Capital. White Square Capital. The major hedge fund that banked on GameStop's failure has closed down. Because what that is and how I'm going to kind of easily explain to you is this. I know a company's going to fail. I see it's going to fail. This other company has 1,000 shares. And correct me with the math. So I'm going to correct me. You got the mic. You hit it.
Yeah.
So 100 shares. This guy has 100 shares of this dying company. Right?
How much each?
So now the share is $5. I'm going to keep it.
So 100, that's $500. Yeah.
So this man's sitting on $500. What is called a short sale, or short, I think it's a short, but it's what the reason why GameStop was all in the news at the top of the year. So this man over here, another investor, has 100 GameStop shares that is dead, and he's holding on. He doesn't know what the hell to do with it because it's going lower. I'm going to come around and go, nah, I'm going to make sure I make money off this. I'm going to make money off this. So I go to him and I go, hey, can I borrow those shares and give me 60 days and I'll sell all those shares? Within the difference of money, I pocket. This guy's going to go, what are you going to sell? You're going to sell all my shares? I want a fee. For every share you sell, I make half of the share. So for every, you got 100 shares, so every share is what, it's $1. It's $5, it's $5. So every share you sell, the fee is going to be $2.50. Right? Mm-hmm. So now he wants to, I want to make the most money. I want to make the most money. How am I going to make the most money? By making sure this company and the shares price goes down. So within 60 days, he's going to say, give me my shares back. And I go, here you go. That difference of what the share was before and what it is what I sold after, I pocket the difference. He collects the fees and the shares is gone. You continuously do that, the company will be looked at as failing and they will fail. And that's just a part of the marketplace. That's a part of Wall Street. We just never knew the extent until hashtag deep fucking value. There's a hashtag. He did his thing. And then he realized this company's being shorted. GameStop wasn't the first one that's being shorted. AMC was being shorted. Bed Bath & Beyond was being shorted. So these companies were being banked on losing by going to investors, borrowing that money, and then within 30, 60, or even 90 days, sell the shares at a very low rate, and then come back to the guy, and here's the money that I made, and the difference from what I paid for, the difference of what I've made within the 90 days, 60 days, or 30 days, I get that money, and he charged me a fee. So he wasn't getting any money anyway from those shares. So might as well give it to lend it to somebody and make money off the fees. That's why I said, I want half of a worth of a share. Half of $5 is $2.50. So if I'm going to sell all the 100 shares, right, for that is $5 a piece, so that's $500. So now if GameStop share is now instead of $5, it's $2. So now what's two?
You doubled your money. Well,
so now it's $2. So now I'm coming in 2 times 500.
That's $1,000.
Right? That's 1,000. So what was 5 times 100?
5 times 100. That's 5 times 100. That's 500.
500, right? 100 shares at $5 is $500.
$500. Yeah.
So now at $2 times 100 is what?
That's 200.
So 200. That's, you said 1,000 before.
Oh.
200. So now I go up to him and I go, hey, I sold your shares, 200. He made $2.50 for every share. So $2.50 times 100.
That's 20. That's 250. You said
250,
yeah,
right?
250, yeah.
So this man made $250 in fees, right? And I sold all of his shares at 200 for $200. But I borrowed it when it was 500. So guess how much money I pocket? 300.
Yeah.
That's what shorting is. And it's ridiculous. But guess what? It happens. It happens to a lot of companies. GameStop, because of hashtag deep fucking value, boosted the value of this company. And now that share price that was listed before, like 1,000%. So it went from let's just put it this way, it went from like $5 or $4.98 to about
300.
about like $450 at peak.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it was hovering at $100. So now all the hedge fund, the company that mainly did it, when you go over the money, you lose that money. You
They
owe
lost
that money.
So much money.
So the same example. So I got the 100 shares to borrow. I got to sell it within 30 days, and it was $5 a share. Now the shares are $20 instead of $5. So what's 20 times 100?
20 times 100, that's 2,000.
2,000?
20
Or
times
20,000?
100.
20 times 100.
That's 2,000.
Yeah. Okay. So $2,000 now.
Yeah.
So now the price went up. I'm now in the hole of 2,000. I'm going to come up to the guy and go, with tears and crying, I sold 2,000. I sold your shares. I sold your 100 shares, and it's 2,000. The fees he made still was $2.50 times the 100 shares, which is $250. So he made $250, but that profit that I made before, it doesn't exist anymore. Because now I sold his shares, and he wants his money back by the difference of the actual money. So now we're looking at 500 minus 2,000.
Mm-hmm.
How much is that? 1,500, right?
2,000 minus 500? Yeah, it's 1,500, yeah.
$1,500. I owe this man because he needs to make a profit. That's how shorting works. And they did so much damage that they actually closed down. So thank you. The people have spoken, just like what you said. We have the internet now. We have the review bombs. We have the Reddits. We have the Wall Street bets. We have a voice in the community now, online, that can influence. And influence enough that it will not be federally regulated or pinned as far as lawsuits. And now look what we have now. We have a big hedge fund closing down because it couldn't recover from the value of GameStop, even after it was hovering. That is nuts. So, White Square Capital, you played yourself. You played yourself. I'm glad you did. And to be honest with you, that's what you get. It's absolutely terrible. But people make money off of it. They see it, and then we understand the nature of it. And it is what it is. Now, let's go to another topic that I'm going to give you the floor, because you know most, unless if I chime in.
Which one?
Jesus, that's a big, huge. No, it's not. It's actually small. Tencent.
Oh, yeah. So,
Tencent.
Tencent, I'm sure you guys know who Tencent is. It's a huge company from China that owns a good chunk of game companies, including Riot Games. They also have stock in Epic Games. And they also have, they work with a bunch of different games. Don't Not Entertainment, the ones who does Life is Strange, Tell Me Why, Remember Me. Riot Games, Epic Games, they own big companies. So, they recently just bought a majority stake in a company called Jaeger.
Jaeger?
That's the name of the company.
Bombs,
it's a German.
Bombs.
It's a German company. You may not know that. You may not know that company, but you will probably know one of the games that was a very underdog type of hit, but was actually a pretty good game. Spec Ops: The Line. They're the ones who made that game. The reason why this game is so good because the huge twist that happened in this game, I'm not gonna ruin the story or anything like that, is basically what made this game such a huge cult hit. But they actually bought that company, a majority share of that company, and so this is going to be another company that Tencent has, because Tencent's been buying all these companies.
They already been buying land. They already been buying, not the company itself, but China in general. Like, dude, come on, man.
But now they bought this so they could try to get more games out there, try to help them find. They didn't buy the whole company; they buy the majority. I'm sure you know what majority means. It's I think it's anywhere 51% or higher than that.
They don't own it. but they have control over it.
Exactly. So this company, along with those other companies I mentioned, like I said, Riot Games is part of it, and Epic Games is also part of it too.
Wow, that's crazy.
And you know Epic Games, you know what they have.
Mm-hmm.
Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
So Tencent owns Fortnite pretty much. But, so that's pretty much what it is. They didn't give the details on how much they paid for it or what percentage they own it. Because I guess those type of things they have to keep secret. China usually keeps those type of things very secret.
Yeah.
But it was just announced that they bought another company. So we have to see how it's going to happen. Because Jaeger hasn't really created anything known except for Spec Ops, the line.
Yeah.
So we'll see. Maybe with this purchase, maybe they might get some money needed to make a game that could actually, be popular.
That is a big deal, but because it's more behind the scenes, doesn't seem like we would know the effects of it until crunch time.
We'll see. We have to see. Like
Only if it correlates with Fortnite, to be honest with you. But how would it correlate now? We don't know.
We have to find out.
Don't know.
Exactly.
Tencent's making moves, man.
They're always making moves. They also have a shit ton of money.
Yeah, it's concerning. It's a bit concerning.
It's a very scary amount of money they got.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
very scary amount.
So let's dive into which was it, episode 14 that we talked about, the Sonic fandom that we
yeah.
spoke about. So let's oh my god, that's a huge image.
But yeah,
Jesus. Let me show
some little. I'm kind of throwing it all into one because it's like little Sonic bits that came out this week.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, throw it all into one because that kind of surprised me because I personally didn't see anything Sonic related. But apparently there was.
There was a couple of things.
Yeah.
Well, first, the Sega website decided to release official Sonic the 30th anniversary merchandise, and there are some really cool stuff on there.
Really?
There's some shirts that I like on there that I'm definitely gonna be buying.
I could look it up. What is it? Well, give me a kind
It's
of
Sega. It's Sega.com.
Sega.com and it's under this.
Yeah, you'll see like Sonic the 30th anniversary. You'll see the store, the Sega store, and you can buy stuff.
Continue.
Oh, so pretty much it's like they have like mugs, socks, shirts, which I freaking love how the shirts look like. Especially there's a blue one with all like the classic 8-bit Sonic, not 8-bit, 60-bit Sonics on it. It looks fantastic.
Which one are you talking about?
I freaking
The
love it.
shirt?
The blue one, yeah. It's the
Blue shirt?
one.
I got you.
Got it? Doesn't it look kind of cool though?
I'm getting it. Hold on. I'm going to show the fans. Oh, can I get it?
Yes, can you?
Can I?
Can you?
I'll try. Yeah, continue.
Oh, so yeah, it has that. Has a lot of stuff, and I like the prices are actually pretty decent. They're not like too crazy expensive, and I like some of the stuff they have it because what they're releasing so far for the year, I'm loving. They're releasing the Speed. It's Sonic the Hedgehog Speed of Complete Encyclopedia, but Speed of Completepedia.
No, it's something like that.
Yeah, it's basically the encyclopedia of the whole Sonic world from the beginning to recent.
There's the shirt that
Yeah, that's the shirt. Yeah, that's the shirt.
that he is talking about here.
Yeah,
That
it
is the Sonic the Hedgehog 30th anniversary blue pose Pose? P-O-S-E?
P-O-S-E. That's Pose.
Pose.
Yeah.
Really? I thought it would be another letter in there. Pose blue tee. Which that is cool, man.
It does, right? It's like you see all the little 8-bit, all the 60
For $25? That's
what I'm
not
saying.
bad.
It's not bad. Like, I actually bought a couple. Like, I still have to finish the transaction. I forgot
Yeah, they
to
got
do it.
Sonic socks.
They have socks. They have other shirts. They have some tail stuff, too. It's like, they have some pretty cool stuff for the 30th anniversary.
Oh, I
which,
might get these for the kids, yo.
that's what I'm saying. They got some stuff
Oh,
in there.
snap.
It's
I
not
have to do this for
expensive
the
either.
kid. No, it's not. It's relatively for Sonic and the branding. That's not bad.
So, that's
I
the
think
first
we're gonna
news.
end up doing that.
Exactly. That's the first news. And then the second news is...
There's the socks for you guys, so you can go ahead and check those out. Those socks are nice, man.
And then for the second news, you remember we talked about this, the Sonic Prime the TV cartoon
Yep.
that's coming out for Netflix in 2022. Really cool. Like, I'm loving how it looks really cool right now. It looks like it's going to be kind of like a mixture of the Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog. Remember that old one?
Yeah.
And remember the other one too, the Sonic the Hedgehog, the one that was like more darker?
Yes.
It's like Sonic the Hedgehog, Sonic, you know, they move. You don't remember that one? I remember that one clearly. But it was pretty much it looks like it's going to be a mixture of that, and from some of the pictures they were showing and everything, it looks like it's probably going to be some multiverse in there also. So because one of the concept they were showing was Amy Rose, which is like usually a little like, you know, meek. I won't say meek, but like, you know, a girly girl with like, you know, her hammer and all that type of stuff. This one, she's like set in a jungle where she looks kind of like a jungle type of thing, like Tarzan type of thing.
Wow.
And then there's another one that has a little more tails than usual. And then the scene kind of looks like cyberpunky type of thing. Like it's very dark, very like it looks really cool. Like I like
That's weird.
And the graphics of it, like I don't know if this is just a concept art. I don't know how this is gonna be finalized in the cartoon show, but it looks awesome.
Did they show Buff Knuckles?
They did not.
Good.
They no, they didn't show Knuckles.
I don't like Buff Knuckles. I don't like his
I
artwork
know you
whatsoever.
don't like Buff Knuckles.
I don't like Buff Knuckles.
I know you don't. I know. So they have that, and then the other news was on Wednesday to celebrate the Sonic 30th anniversary. They had a music show.
Oh.
They did the first half. They did a symphony of all the classic Sonic title songs, all done by orchestra and everything. It was awesome.
Nice.
It was almost 2-hour event, and then they had the composer of the first 2 games talk about how he loves making the music of the games and all that type of stuff. It was really cool, and then the second half, I think it's called. I forgot the name of the company. It's the people who do like the remixes of the Sonic music nowadays.
Okay.
So for the last half, they did all the music from the recent games on there, and that whole concert thing. And they also had like graphics of like the games playing in the background while the songs were playing too.
Yeah.
It was really cool. Like I love how they did that. It was a great celebration for the 30th anniversary.
That's pretty cool.
It's on YouTube, so you can definitely check it out when you get a chance.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know if you have saw it yet, but I love it. It was great. The music is fantastic.
Nice.
I love it. So it was very good thing.
You fanboy over it?
Yes. I had shed some tears because it was really nice.
Oh my god, it's so good.
I did. But yeah, it was really good and I loved it. And I'm probably going to be watching it again because I just loved how they did everything. I like when orchestra does like things like that, music like that.
Absolutely.
It's like, it sounds
I would
nice.
have some man tears myself.
So
if it was Final Fantasy VII involved.
I know. But you know I'm a Sonic fan, you know that. So that's why I loved it. But yeah, so that was pretty much what they had for Sonic this weekend. For me personally, I'm definitely getting some of the shirts, and I'm sure you are getting for the kids.
Yeah. I think the socks I would like to get them if they don't have. If it's only adult, that I can't.
You have to find out.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely getting one for sure. But yeah, that's pretty much what Sonic had for.
That's good.
Yeah, it's like I said, so it was some little news, but it was nice.
Yeah.
Like for me, the concept art got me more excited for the TV show more than ever now.
Now, I have a picture, and I hope we have the topic, because I'm totally blanked out of the topic, and it's literally just a picture of.
I can't see it right now because
of and if we can do it here, of a buffed Mewtwo. Pokemon.
Oh, you're talking about the settlement?
Yes.
Why you put a buff?
I put a buff ass Mewtwo in there just back in the old days, the first Pokemon movie.
You're funny.
Just standing there, just.
So.
Yeah. Just like
there
that.
was a case that happened
Mewtwo.
back. I believe it was when Pokemon Sword and Shield first came out. It was literally weeks before the game came out, and they had issues with leaks. Someone decided to leak some information. Now, this is why Nintendo was pretty
if you
pissed
didn't
off
get it,
about this.
they decided to leak some information.
So pretty much, this is why Nintendo got so pissed, because the way they handle their stuff is crazy. This leak was caused by a strategy guide.
Oh.
So the way they have their strategy guides, digital, only certain people have access codes to it, and it has to be through an access code, like a digital password that changes all the time. That's for the digital versions.
So like an authenticator.
For the physical versions, people literally, it was all packed up, was covered by tarp, and if you were in the same vicinity of the thing, you cannot have your phone on you or anything that could take pictures. You can't even have your phone on you.
Oh my God!
Because they were so strict on making sure they were so strict on making sure thing. So that's why Nintendo got pissed when the strategy guide got leaked with some of the
That's
Pokemon
crazy.
that thing. So the people.
That's nuts. A military grade protection.
It was literally
Face
military
ID,
grade.
touch
As soon as I was
ID.
reading that, I was like, "Oh, like military grade."
Yeah,
Okay.
right?
Just for a freaking because Nintendo is very strict with their leaks.
And they don't play when it comes to violations of the.
Oh no,
We talked about the ROM lawsuit.
Oh, I'm gonna tell you what happened over here.
Poor thing.
So
Jesus.
pretty much, the two guys who did it was David Macione, who was an employee of the printer company who printed out the strategy guides, and his friend. What was his name? Brian Cruz. That was his friend.
Such a basic
and he
name.
was the one who actually grabbed the photos and leaked it to the online. They did it through Reddit, Discord. So pretty much Nintendo, what they had to do was do a digital investigation. So they have to look through 4chan, Reddit, Discord to squeak out to find out who exactly did this and like what damage did they. So all this happened.
Damn.
And so pretty much they settled the court finally, and they have to pay $150K each for damages, plus court fees and attorney fees and all that.
I personally believe that it could have been worse.
So pretty much that's it.
So they
no
gotta
jail
pay
time, no nothing.
Yeah, they just have to pay $150,000.
And the thing is, let's be real, they probably don't have that kind of money.
They don't got that money.
And obviously they don't work for the company anymore because he probably lost his job
Yep.
for doing something like that.
Now, what is this in the States?
Yes.
They filed a bankruptcy. They're gonna file that bankruptcy. There's no way in hell you're gonna be. I don't know. Who knows?
But that is crazy. Like Nintendo, like once you cross Nintendo, you're done.
Mario will plan to assassinate you. All up just lurking, just catching you slipping, and then you come, go to sleep. Boom, he in your closet. It's me, Mario.
Exactly.
And it's done. It's haunted in your head, bro. Like that's nuts. That's terrible. And that's why the big buff Mewtwo was just staying there.
But yeah, it's like I don't blame Nintendo because they were trying to hold this thing so much, but so much things were leaked during that thing. It just pissed Nintendo off because they were trying to because they're trying to surprise people like new Pokemon. Basically, one of the biggest parts of the leak that was they were showing the last forms of the starter Pokemon. That's it.
Yeah.
They were saving that for the game so people get surprised. That's what leaked, and that's what pissed Nintendo off. That's why they went all this, and they finally, after I think it was like 2 years, because it happened in 2019, 2 years, they finally did a settlement. So
Damn, bro, that's crazy.
Exactly, but yeah, it was pretty crazy. But like I said, I'm not mad at Nintendo. I get it.
They just don't play.
They
Don't cross Nintendo.
They have no.
I don't think
sympathy.
they understand that, I guess. So clearly you guys still continue to mess around with homebrew software through the Nintendo channels. Just don't do it.
Don't do it with Nintendo. They have lawyers and they're rich. They got money, so they get whatever lawyers they can get the best lawyers, and they have like 5 of them, and you'll have barely one, maybe good one, maybe.
And he could be bought off,
Nintendo will be like, lose the case. Here's
Yeah.
$100,000.
Hey, look.
Lose the case.
Hey, look. Hey, take care of your family. Here's a little $500,000. Go ahead. Go about it. Just make sure you don't come to court today. It's crazy. I mean, that's kind of illegal too. But
that's very illegal. But Nintendo got that kind of money.
But they got that bread.
They got that
bread. So now we shift gears to Nintendo. Since we're talking about Nintendo anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
So what is the news with Nintendo that I am wasn't hip to?
Yeah. So this was actually some interesting news. Nintendo, the company called Forever Entertainment.
Yep.
They're the ones who have done a bunch of games, but one of the main ones that they have done recently was the remake of Panzer Dragoon and the upcoming remake of the original House of the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
You know, remakes of games that are super expensive to buy on the Sega Saturn. They're remaking it for the new system. Now, Nintendo decided to give them significant financial support to help them make games. They're also in the thing to launching several games on the Switch because of this. Now, I'm getting some ideas going in my head that if they're focusing on Sega titles, remaking Sega titles and things of that nature, and it seems like it's doing well for them, and Nintendo's doing this for them, I think that's what they're going to focus on. Which means we could be getting some Sega titles that was never re-released before, that is super expensive to get nowadays. We may get them.
We may
get them.
That's exciting. I'm looking forward to Panzer Dragoon, though. That's pretty good.
We may get them. So as soon as I read that, I was like, oh, and they said they're working on several games. No release date, no nothing like that. They're just working on several games.
We're working on several games, just so you guys know.
And look at the games they made so far. And it's like, Nintendo just gave them a bunch of money.
Yeah. So
Put
that...
like two and two together.
So that's kind of a big deal.
Big deal. That's what I'm actually kind of happy, because I'm hoping for some remakes of games that, like I said, is super expensive on the Sega Saturn. Clockwork Knight, Bug, the sequel to Panzer Dragoon,
yes.
Zoe 2. We can even have like things like Virtua Fighter. We can have things like...
Nah, scratch Virtua Fighter.
I'm trying to think of other ones. Altered Beasts. I'm trying to think of all like the classic Sega games.
Vector Man?
Vector Man. That's a Sega.
Yep.
I didn't even think about that
Vector
one.
Man.
That would, things like that.
Yeah.
It's like, it gets you thinking like, oh, are they going to start releasing some of these? Like, there's some Dreamcast games that I freaking would love to have on there. Skies of
Power
Arcadia.
Stone?
Power Stone, yes.
Power Stone?
Skies of Arcadia.
I'm like staring at you,
RPGs.
and I'm just like, what
It's
other
like,
games did I remember playing when I was a kid?
It's like so much, like, because Dreamcast was one of my favorite systems. You know, I love that system.
And I always try to connect the Dreamcast to the internet when it first came out, and it just never worked.
Exactly.
And then I realized it's because the servers were down when I wanted to do it, and then it never ceased to exist from there.
Dreamcast was one of the first systems to actually...
They were technically the first ones to
to
make
do
that
that whole
transition,
internet thing.
and failed.
Yeah, they failed. But they have so much good games, Dreamcast. That's why
Stadia is going to be the Dreamcast.
Don't say that, because you're smearing Dreamcast's name, because Dreamcast was actually a good system. I'm sorry. Did I just say that out loud?
Snap. Those are fight words. But here's the funny part. Their color scheme of their artwork is kind of similar, don't you think?
Don't even.
Oh, snap. I think so. Stadia about to be the new Dreamcast. It's going to be a great thing and then denied.
You committed a huge faux pas comparing the two.
Do you want me to bring the images? I'll bring up the images right now. You're going to tell me there's not a resemblance?
No. I'm not saying.
Come on, bro.
I'm saying they are, but don't shame their name like that.
They will all die by the same fate. That's what I'm trying to get at. Stadia is the new Dreamcast, and it will die as soon as... Yeah,
I agree with you, but I'm offended by
yeah, right. I agree, but it hurts my soul.
It does.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much that.
So we got another one here that I gotta take the images, maybe? Oh, maybe not. Let's see.
Are we gonna do the big rumor one?
Castlevania.
Oh, yes.
Yes, since
This
we're
is
still
another
on Nintendo,
rumor.
and that's with the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah, so this is another rumor. It's a rumor.
Rumor, but I personally believe that it's actually
I think it's actually going to happen, because
Yeah.
the way everything was announced, they just
It
wanna
kind of
say-
like mentioned, like, hey, look, there's a back catalog of things that was released with things. We're going to go ahead and take those things and make them things.
So-
We're going to release those things.
So pretty much what the rumor is that Castlevania Advanced Collection is coming out. What started this rumor was both South Korea and Australia released. Nintendo gave the permission, and Australia gave the permission to be able to release a game like that because they have to go through those things to get a rating on the game.
Okay.
They got ratings on the game, and usually when you get a rating on a game,
It's coming out.
It's coming out. So the 3 games that's supposed to be coming out for this is Circle of Moon, Harmony of Dissonance, and Aria of Sorrow.
Now, check the image on there. Is it those exact ones?
Yes.
Damn right there is, because I did my research.
So
Yeah.
pretty much those 3 are, and you know what's big about these? These games are super expensive to buy.
Are they?
Super expensive to buy.
Okay.
I think they're like $100 each, if I remember correctly.
Oh my
A little
God.
less than that, just to get the games. So and like, honestly, I only played I think it was the Sorrow one. That's the one I played. These games are really good. These are like very highly sought after for Castlevania and Metroidvania fans. Because they play similar to like, Symphony of the Night,
Yeah.
the side-scrolling
Yep.
action game. It's really fun. So these are kind of hard to get by. So if they're releasing it for a collection, which lately the Switch has been doing a lot of, which I
Switch
freaking
is
love
kicking
them
ass,
for
yo.
that.
Nintendo
I
Switch is
love
kicking
them
ass,
for that. Because not too long ago they announced the Danganronpa collection
Yeah.
series, which is the first 3 games plus an extra game. It's like, I love when they do that.
They're literally taking what was popular for Game Boy Advance and the Game Boy series and plucking out the good ones that they could just release on the Switch that could upscale because it's portable.
Yeah.
And why the not?
Literally,
Because
they don't have
technically
to
the
really change
Switch,
much of the graphics because it's all 2D graphics anyway, but they just upscale it a little bit. Just make it a little
Nintendo
prettier.
did a really smart job
With the Switch.
to finally take a console with console quality, enough console quality, because you already know Nintendo
Yeah, it's not
was
going to be
never
PS5.
big.
It's not PS5.
It was
it's
never
not Xbox
big.
One.
Yeah, it was never big when it came to the graphics thing.
You don't get Nintendo for the graphics.
You
get
really
it for
don't.
the
You get it for
fun.
the innovation and the fun.
The fun.
So
They
and for the
fun.
kids and for the family. So they took a console, right? They took the console and they finally took the handheld, and they were the king of handhelds.
Of course. 3DS.
Game Boy. That's all I gotta say.
Like,
Game Boy.
Like, they literally.
Dude,
they
y'all
are
don't
the best.
understand what we had to go through with Game Boy. I was playing Pokemon Blue. My system did not have a light. We got phones that have lights inside. We didn't have a
We literally had to
Game
get
Boy
this little-
system.
What's it called? The worm?
Yeah, the
to
little
put-
worm.
To play the light.
And that still had a glare. So my
No,
War
yeah.
Turtle at level 18 still was missing. I can't see his head because the light was glaring on his head. And I still wanted to play. And I shut it off and put it back on and I reset it because the game was ruined. Anywho, but they don't understand it. And then Game Boy Color came out. Then finally the DS came out. No, not SP. Game Boy SP when the light was built in.
It was Advanced, then SP.
Advance, which
Which
Advance
they
didn't have a light in it.
Advanced did it, but SP finally
Finally,
did.
yes, and it was the first little flip.
Yeah, it was a little.
That
it
was
cute.
hot.
I like that.
That is
I had
one of the
I saw that.
coolest little innovations
It
I've
was
ever
good.
had. It's like a little brick, and you go, whoop, and you hit the light.
It has a light.
There's a
Which
light
was
in
the
there.
first time I had a light.
First time, dude. So the struggle was real.
Yes.
So they took their handheld conglomerate, okay, and they finally made sense of it all. Right when the mobile space is being taken over by Apple and Android and apps.
Exactly.
And it took them all that time to say, I think now is the perfect time to give the people what they want, and that's a handheld console with enough powerhouse to play nice with the big boys, but still offer the same innovation and release classics like clearly what we have, Castlevania, as a
Exactly.
rumor, but it looks like it's gonna happen,
It's from-
and then some.
It looks like it's gonna happen.
Nintendo dump money on Sega to release classics that are almost in a graveyard to be right on the Switch for just Switch. That's a big deal.
Big deal.
That's a big deal.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Okay?
why I freaking love
That's
it.
a lot of nostalgia, a lot of classics, a lot of like, bruh.
People love nostalgia.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
especially nowadays, they freaking love nostalgia.
You know what's funny with Nintendo? They cemented. They kind of like showed off. Like the Switch came out, and you dock it. You got the controls, the pop-ups. There's multiple ways you can play. And then it came out with the light. Like, we had the same system. And it's going to resemble what we came out with back in the Game Boy days. Player, go get that. And we suckers, and we go ahead and get that. It's crazy. And they're very smart. And they did it well. So, kudos, Nintendo. Kudos.
They're killing the game. They're killing it.
So far, so good. Yeah, because they finally did it. Wii U, they learned a lesson.
Yeah,
I thought Wii U was good. And it just didn't have the backing.
It was decent, but it just didn't have no
Just
backing.
it was too advanced. Yeah.
Basically, the Switch is the much better version of the Wii U. I think it's what the Wii U was trying to be.
Absolutely. In that time when the Wii U came out, it was innovative, cool, but wasn't with the time.
No.
That's why it took them a while, and finally, with all the mobile, Apple, Android apps, game quality, and all that, they're like, all right, I think this is it. I think now we can make something that could work with console, like, we can release console gameplay.
And look how well they're selling.
Yeah.
Because people wanted it.
Yeah.
People want it.
Yeah, and that Joy-Con.
And they still want it.
Yeah, they still do. That Joy-Con is tough.
Yeah.
It's fierce. It's fierce. They even got PlayStation copying them with the DualSense. Literally, the DualSense controller is like a little Joy-Con.
I know.
It's just for big boys, apparently. So Castlevania, rumored to release the last 3 Game Boy Advance games that were released.
Yep.
That is very expensive now.
Very expensive. Yeah.
And
I want to get them for my collection, but I don't want to buy them because I'm just like,
Yeah,
on a little Game Boy cartridge, I don't want to spend that kind of money. I'll spend money like that on a bigger, this game.
You might be looked at a little bit funny, but then respected in the gaming world. Everybody else.
I know they're gonna look at it because people is like, I know I'll eventually probably get it. Maybe it goes down a little bit. I don't know. We'll see.
Or when it just releases, re-released.
Yeah.
Okay, so where are we at now? Let's.
The Falcon one, the Trails of thing.
Yeah, I think I got that image here.
Yeah. So, something was announced today, which I'm excited about.
Tell me if this is the image. I think it is. So when you see it, just let me know.
Yeah, because pretty much, I'm excited about this series because I recently got into the thing thanks to my brother and my sister-in-law. The Trails of Cold Steel series.
Yes.
I'm going to give a little thing. It's such a great game. It's such an underrated gem. These games have amazing characters.
He said gem.
Amazing stories. It's like, I wish it was more popular. It's pretty much, for me, it gives me a vibe of both the Tales of series, which I'm a huge fan of, and the Persona series, which I'm also a huge fan of. These games are very lengthy. These are 100+ hour games to complete them completely and do all the characters and all that.
Yeah, at least you get the value on it.
It's very good. And so far for the
So that's the type of game you own instead of paying a subscription.
Exactly. So with the Trails of Cold Steel, it's a 4-part series. Now, there was a series that came before that, but was released only in Japan. Today, on the Nihon Falcon 40th anniversary, because this year they're celebrating their 40th anniversary, yes, they've been a game company for a long time,
Jesus Christ.
mainly in Japan and stuff.
Can you authenticate the image on the screen right there?
Yep.
Cool.
Okay, so pretty much, they said that they're going to release 4 games from the Legend of Heroes series, which is the prequel to the Trails of Cold Steel series, which is, oh my god. So they're releasing Trails from Zero, which originally released in Japan in 2010.
Wow.
And we're finally getting it. I'll explain why it takes so long.
Yeah, I was going to say, 11 years later?
Trails of Azure, Boundless Trails, and Trails into Riviera. Those are the 4 games that will be coming out. Now, these games are going to come out in 2022 and 2023. Let me tell you why it's taking so long. These games, as I said, are 100-hour games. They are long games. They are fantastic games. These games are very dialogue heavy. There are lots of different kind of paths you can take, which means there's different dialogue depending on what you do. They have to translate all of that to English.
That's a lot of woman and manpower.
Exactly, that's a lot. So they're going to be translating all that, and it's 4 games. 4.
Damn.
And they're all getting translated. And it's all going to be coming to the Switch, PS4, and the PC, which is the normal when it comes out for these type of systems. Me personally, as a fan, like I just started really getting into the series. I'm about to, once I finish Ratchet and Clank, I'm going to go back into play number 3. Such good titles, and I'm so like addicted. Like you have to understand the characters is what makes
the character development.
The character, like literally, I just finished 2 not too long ago before I'm starting Ratchet. I was crying because of what happened. I can't tell. I don't want to say it, but oh my god! Like Tony, if you are able to play that game, you have to. It's a lot of time to put onto it, but the stories. I know you get into story games.
Yeah.
You will love it. It's so good. Like the characters are so good.
Wow.
But
heavy.
Yeah,
Heavy.
Like I'm sorry, I just have to say it because it needs more love.
Yeah, it needs
more
it.
love.
Yeah.
Like I want more people to play it.
Cold Steel, right?
Cold Steel. Trails of Cold Steel. Check if it's on the PlayStation now. I don't even know if it is or not.
That's a good idea. I should check that.
If it is or
it
not.
Could be.
If it's not, I think it's on sale now because of the 40th anniversary. They have the game's on sale now. But yeah, I'm super excited about that. It's like a huge community. And you know what's good about this? Because there is an unofficial translation of the first 2 games I mentioned.
Yeah.
They're going to be working with those people, with the official team, to make sure that they get the full English translation, which is really cool because they're working with the people.
Yeah,
the fans.
so you get the authentic.
Exactly.
No miscommunication with the communication to convert it to English.
With the fans, which I freaking love that too.
With subtitles, because I don't like, me personally, yes. I'm the type that I would love to hear Japanese and read the subtitles. Yes, a lot of people say, you don't see the action, fine. I don't want to hear an American acting what a Japanese person is going to be doing on the anime. They sound so bad. Like, it bothered me with Final Fantasy VII.
It did?
When I switched it, but then I respected the voice actor of Final Fantasy VII.
Well, I can tell you right now.
And that's cool.
The voice actors in this game is actually pretty good.
Okay.
They're actually
For English.
Yes. They're actually really good.
All right, that's good because some of them, like.
Oh, trust me, I know. I play a lot of them.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah. Like
Like, the games are good, but the voice acting sucks.
Like,
I know.
Barrett is just an over exaggeration, and it took me a while. Like I still feel embarrassed to just show people, and then when he talks, it's like that's so cheesy. But Cloud's voice actor in English, spot on.
Yeah,
like, that's
really
his
good.
character.
That was a good,
boom.
that's the character.
And then Aerith, Tifa, Red 13. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are good.
So yeah, I would say this one has good voice acting. I would
Okay.
tell you that.
All right.
It does.
Because like even in like let's just go a little step further with my experience of anime, Dragon Ball. The only great Dragon Ball actors that is American is the main characters. Other than that, other translations to different languages are just absolutely terrible. I am glad America matched the Japanese, but Japanese is way better though.
Well, yeah,
Japanese,
I know you always watch
yes,
Japanese. But
Japanese
I know you
is way better with voice acting, but I forgot his name. Seth something, the voice actor of Dragon Ball, the American. Seth something.
It's probably in my head. I just can't.
Yeah. He did really good, and he continues to be really good.
Well, he does really good English voice acting.
Yeah, and he's a very good Goku. And then there's always been transitions with Vegeta, but still the Vegeta still is captured the same way. Really good. So yes, that transition from Japanese to American and those voice actors, that's spot on. And we feel comfortable watching Dragon Ball in American and still getting that voice.
Exactly.
Which is great because that's you go to America and you watch Dragon Ball and you have Goku in his American voice. And it's automatic, that's Dragon Ball. But the little 85, 87-year-old lady, she's like 4'8". Oh my God. That makes me tear up. To see her back up with a Kamehameha as the voice actor of Goku, and it's a chick. And she's short and little, and she's so brutal. And you just look at her talk, you're like, Are you gonna do Spirit Bomb
She's like
right now?
She's
Do
like a
Spirit
sweet
Bomb.
little
You know what I
old
mean? Like,
lady, and she's the voice of Goku.
yeah, and then when she talks and gets that, it's like the action. You're like, oh my god.
That was a sweet old lady of Goku.
Yeah, right. How is she Goku? But she mastered that voice acting, and then don't even think about her. And then you watch the Japanese, you're like, God, dang.
Well, I know you love it. I'm not as a fan of it as more as
Just like how you were
I know
about to
are.
tear up talking to me about the Cold Steel series and the storyline.
Yeah.
Bro, I watched the English and the Japanese version of the Broly, whereas what did she do? She said
Well, don't ruin it for anyone who
they
watch it. Okay.
watch the movie.
Okay.
But near the end, the Dragon Ball came out, the Dragon Balls, and they got to make a wish, and then she just yelled out. I think it was yelled out something. And like, I think it's like Goku. Oh no, Broly. It's for Broly. And she's like, bro, whatever. Don't die. Pretty much like, don't die. But in America, it's like, you're like, all right, what's next? The Japanese version? Your heart skipped a beat. You're like, what's gonna happen next? You know what I mean? Like, her voice is ridiculous. It's like she yelled that in the studio. And it felt like something personal in her life came out. You know what I mean? Like, and then acted. Like, it was fantastic. It was fantastic. So they better have great voice actors. And based on what you're telling me, it seems like they do.
Yes.
That's good.
So that's why I'm happy about that. So.
That's good.
Oh, let's
Which
do
one?
the EA one.
Yes, I had the image there. I think
Yeah.
that could be our last one. Time's going by fast.
Yeah, I think
I mean, we got a lot of small topics.
Yeah, that was it. Yeah.
Then we'll do some little freestyle breaking news because usually that tends to happen while we talk.
This is a rumor.
And this is EA.
It's EA.
We don't like them.
We don't. We're not a big
We
fan
want
of
to fight
them.
them.
But if this rumor is true, I may be a little more happier with them. But I'm still. It'll have to
Until
be
they-
see how. It depends on how they're gonna handle it.
Yeah,
Because that's
so-
what I'm worried about.
So they make you pay for it.
So
Every little thing you do.
there's a rumor that they're going to be bringing back an established IP from the past, and they're going to be revealing it during the event next month.
An established title under EA.
Do you want to guess what that title is?
Let's guess.
Oh, I mean, I already know. I can't guess with you, but you know,
Oh, you do know.
I do know.
I don't know shit, so hit me.
You want to take a guess?
Let me think.
Just
An
give me
established
one.
EA title?
Established
What, fucking
title
Burnout?
from EA. That's an established one. They're gonna have a reimagined version of it, apparently.
In EA.
Remember all the companies that they bought too. Remember that.
I don't remember shit.
If
I've
you
been
can't
calling
think of
Windows 7, Windows 11.
If you
Come
can't
on.
think of it, I'll tell you.
No, let me think.
There you go. I'll give you one guess.
One?
Yeah, just one guess.
You're so fucking whack. EA. An established title.
Established IP.
Dead Space.
Ding, ding, ding.
Holy crap,
Hold
I
on.
got it. Really?
So they're saying.
Wait, hold on. I literally guessed that because I'm thinking, what other EA titles came out? And I thought BioWare. I'm like, no, what's the other? And I'm like, oh,
So there's
Okay.
rumors that it's been like pretty much been said around
yeah.
that the established title
Yep.
might be Dead Space.
Might be Dead Space. But we don't know if it's Dead Space, but it might be
Like I
Dead
said,
Space.
it's a rumor. It's basically all the things that are coming up, like the leaks and stuff. It's all pushing towards Dead Space.
Really?
And the company that could possibly doing it is Motive Studios, which they're the ones who did Star Wars Squadrons. You know the PS.
I do. Yeah, it's a game free of PlayStation
That's what I'm saying.
Plus, but
They're the ones who.
so I'm like,
That's what I'm worried about. That's what like I said, this is all rumors. Who
they
knows
need
if
the
this is even
horror
true?
aspect to it.
That's the thing. I'm not sure. That's why I'm a little worried about it.
I respect the fact that they're bringing it back. But
If-
will it be good?
We'll have to see if it's true or not. But yeah, that's my worry.
Okay, so
Is it going to be good?
what other established EA game that we could think of that we could just think right now, besides that, let's guess 3 guesses. Besides Dead Space, we'll sit and think. We got some time. Sit and think. without looking on the internet,
Burnout?
no, because Citron, which is the major developer that made Burnout, is now working on Battlefield, and most of the developers left already.
Okay.
So that ain't gonna happen. But if it did, because you got to remember, Dead Space is a big title.
It is.
We're not gonna try to gas up our viewers or anybody in the like to look at these leaks and think Dead Space is gonna realize Burnout's coming out.
Exactly.
They will hate EA. Like, you know, so
Like I said, that's why if they do, and if they do a
Yeah.
good job,
Yeah.
right? A little bit. I still hate EA, but
Yeah.
I'd be like,
you know, a little bit of
I'd be like,
push.
okay.
But, okay,
You
so-
have a little smirk in my face. Okay.
So let's do 2 more games. We said Burnout, but I mean that would be
I'm trying to think of an established
stupid.
IP.
It would be stupid because Burnout should be just released. Hey, look, we got a new Burnout game. Come out.
Titanfall? Is that one by you?
No, that's EA, but that's Respawn Entertainment. That's still doing its thing.
Oh, okay. So that's still doing it.
Yeah, it's
I'm trying to
not.
think of something that died. That's
Yeah,
established.
because it's years ago.
That's
So
established.
that's established title. If they try to release Anthem again and thinking that's an established title,
I will
they
spa-
should take the company. Company
this-
should.
this-
Respawn should
end
buy
it.
Battlefield and just end EA.
Just end the If they did that, just end
If they
the
just do that, do you know if they did that? Do you
Oh
know
my
that's a big,
God.
huge? Like, I wouldn't even respect them as a whole company.
I already know respect. That would just be,
If they
it'd be
try-
even further than that.
If they turn around and it said established title's coming back and it's Anthem, bro. Just think about that's like, and I'm not trying to be graphic at all. This got to be for the kids. It's like taking the private part and just slapping all the fans.
Just back.
Just, just
Like,
that is.
like
Do it again, one more time.
literally, just this.
I'm saying, like, it's, dude, but we have to think outside the box. Okay?
If it's that,
That would
I
be
swear,
such a
if
terrible
they
move,
did that,
bro.
I will shut off the live stream. I wouldn't even finish watching it unless that was the
Shut
last
it off.
one. I will just shut
Rain
it off.
on EA
because
every single day. We would have to post of how terrible EA is
I will
and put out a
literally-
fact.
I will literally every day for as long as it takes. I will literally do a fact. Why EA sucks. Fact
Yep.
1.
Put it right on Twitter. I'll back you
20,
up.
30, 40, whatever.
I'll back you up. Fact 101. EA's terrible. You know, like, that's
I will literally do that.
We
and
have to
Anthem
think-
was the choice.
if we. When did Anthem come out? Wasn't it 2018?
Early 2018, right? Or was it early 2019?
Bro, imagine if they do that, bro. That would be.
I will be
Oh.
so angry. Like, literally, because
I would
most
be mad.
likely the conference will be when I'm at work. I'm going to be screaming at work on my screen.
No, you're probably gonna slam a desk, finally use a sick day, go outside, puke, and then drive home.
Probably, because I'm going to be so angry.
I would pull over. I see a Twitter update. I'll pull over, get mad, take my steering wheel, and then not stop working, but you know, continue to work, but just be pissed off at everybody in the world for that one day.
If that,
if
like-
they introduced Anthem.
As their lost title.
Okay, so let's stop being angry.
Yeah, I'm just getting
Let's
so
think.
angry.
Yeah, I'm getting mad too.
Oh, I'm getting
Let's
so
think of something else that's an established title. Anthem's not established. That they could bring out. We mentioned Burnout. Dead Space is rumored.
Any Star Wars titles?
Star Wars is always going to be established. You can't put that in there. They even released the new Squadrons and the Jedi Fallen Order. They released that too.
Yeah, the re-release of that one. So I'm trying to think, what else? Is it bad that I can't even think of another EA thing?
Kind of. Need for Speed.
Did they release something not too long ago?
Yeah,
It's
but
not
they've been back and forth with Need for Speed, and it's already tossed to third parties anyway. They ain't gonna.
Honestly,
An established title.
established IP.
All right, I think I'm gonna have to cheat here.
Yeah,
Let me
because I'm
go
trying to
and-
think. But honestly,
Established.
well, there's Sims, but that's still popular.
What?
Sims, that's still popular.
Yeah, that's not going anywhere.
What?
Oh, you know what it could be?
What?
Skate.
Oh, that could be one. I mean, a A lot of people will be excited about that.
So now we're gonna
I
do
personally wouldn't, but a lot of
2000
people
to 2009 list of games, and I'm gonna only read out what sticks out. Where's my? Oh, there you go.
Yeah, because it's honestly only.
Nope, that doesn't work. Nope.
Yeah, I could.
Jeez, that's a lot of
Honestly,
games,
Skate is a possibility only because I know people have been wanting that, a sequel to that. I know they have been. Because Skate is actually a pretty decent skateboarding game.
So the list I'm giving is from 2000 to 2009, because they said an established title.
Yeah, it has to be an established title, which means I'm assuming when they say established, it's either a very well-known game or a very well-known game series that just like died off. Those are what I think when I think established.
NBA Live.
Probably not.
Shit, better not.
That'll be another slap in the Not as bad as Anthem, but it'll be a slap in the face.
Yeah, not as bad as Anthem. I swear, yo, if they did Anthem, bro, oh my god. Tell you what.
I will literally be so angry.
All right, this is
Like, how are you gonna hype people up with Anthem when you try to first hype people up and you failed epically? I'm sorry. I need to stop.
Yeah.
Anthem just gets me so angry.
It does. I'm with you on that.
Like how they put so much time and thing to it, made it awful. Then for the fans who actually stayed with you, you said, no more DLC. Bye. It's like the worst thing you could do.
It is, yeah, it is.
It literally went to $10 in like a month. It was already on sale in less than a month.
Medal of Honor?
Oh, that could be one.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even think about that.
Medal of Honor.
But don't they already have like Call of Duty? And, oh no, Call of Duty's Activision. I'm stupid. Don't they have Battlefield?
They do. They do.
But I mean,
Medal of Honor. Time Splitters.
Well, they already had announced that not too long ago.
Could they take that and put it up on EA?
That would be pretty cool. I'll be happy with that.
Banking on the rumor that it was already supposed to be made.
Oh, that would be pretty cool. I'll be excited about that one too.
Okay. You
I'll
see
be
what I'm
excited
saying?
about
Like,
that one.
yeah.
It's been a long time since Time Splitter.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I forgot EA does own the company for Time Splitter.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
That's what I'm saying. I am seeing SSX,
Oh yeah, that's a snowboarding game.
but based on what they're trying to make a big announcement, I don't think SSX is going to have that.
Okay, so I think it could possibly be Medal of Honor, Dead Space, or what was that game? We were just
Burnout?
no, not
No.
Burnout. The one we was like, oh, it could be that. What game was that?
I'm looking through the list. You got to remember.
don't
I told you.
remember. God damn it. But it could possibly be one of those games.
SSX.
SSX. No, it's not one of that.
I'm going to go Sudoku. Oh, imagine that.
Oh, no, it has to be an established title.
All that big noise.
I swear to
Fucking
God.
puzzle. Skate.
Like I said, as long as it's not
It could be.
Anthem,
Yeah, it could be Skate.
like I said, it could possibly be Skate 2, because I know a lot of people have been excited. Like, I personally wouldn't be excited about that, but I'll feel happy because it'd be like, okay, people actually wanted this game. That EA is listening to people,
Yeah.
even though they're probably going to do it for their own game.
I think it's personally going to be Dead Space.
I honestly think so.
Out of all the things we have listed, it seems like that is the biggest one that
Yeah.
they could revive and bring back, and it would still have a cult following.
Because it had such a. The first two games, the third game wasn't that great.
Yeah, Dead
but
Space,
the
Dead
first
Space
two
2.
games were so good.
Yeah. It could be Dragon Age, but isn't that's
No,
BioWare, right?
That's BioWare. That's coming out.
Yeah, all right.
The new Dragon Age is coming out.
Because that came up
next
on the
year, I
list.
think. Yeah, that was not that one.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's still an established title.
Burnout. It'll be sad.
But yeah,
if it's
if they do a Dead Space and they actually make it good, like I said, I would actually give some props to EA. Some props. I'm not giving them all. Because I still don't like them as a company. They are a shitty company.
Mass Effect.
They just released a remake of the first one.
Okay.
Literally, like a week ago.
Okay.
So it definitely won't be that.
Crisis.
I thought they released
The remaster.
the remaster of the first three. Oh,
They might come. Crisis.
it could possibly
Be Crisis.
Could be because it could be a sequel, the fourth one,
It could very well be a sequel. Yep.
or maybe a reimagine. I don't know because it said okay, it could be possibly reimagined. Could be interesting. Could be that.
It could be. I'm still going through the list. I went to 2010s
Oh yeah.
to present, so just going.
Yeah, there's a
through.
lot of games. I know they do. They have a lot of games.
A lot of it's all like sequels and side stuff,
Yeah.
like FIFA 17, FIFA Mobile, NHL, Madden, War Friends, Sims, Mass Effect, Sims, NBA, NHL,
I mean, it's a
FIFA.
lot of Sims.
Yeah, Battlefront 2. Like, so there's a lot of. I'm trying to go through like in SSX 3, like you know.
Oh, Medal of Honor. That was what we were talking about.
Yeah, metal. So
So it could possibly be Medal of Honor.
I personally think it's gonna be Dead Space,
I think it's Dead Space.
but it could be Medal of Honor.
Could be Skate.
Based on how they're promoting it, I don't think it's Skate.
Yeah, I don't think it could be Skate.
But if it is Skate, it'll be kind of sad,
Yeah.
but still cool.
Like I said, a lot of people will be happy about it because I know a lot of people who've been asking for that. I
Yeah.
know people have been. But
All right, so I think that's
I
where we're at.
personally would want Dead Space, and if they do it right, I'd be happy with it. But they have to do it right.
So our guess, Dead Space.
Yeah.
Then we say, what else? What else do we say?
Medal of Honor,
Medal of Honor,
Skate,
and then nope. There was another one that was. Oh, we just said it. It was funny. So we should get that one person. No. It was something else. Oh, Crisis.
Oh, Crisis. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
So Dead Space, Medal of Honor, and Crisis. The major three that we believe could be remade, or what they're saying, bringing it back as reimagined.
Yeah. But no one liked it the first time. What makes you think they're gonna like it the second time? No one did.
But what if they do it? Do you know how messed up? I will laugh so hard. I will laugh so hard. Oh my God.
No one did. No one liked it the first time. If you bring it back a second time, it's going to be even worse. And you can spend so much money on it. And I'm going to laugh at you because you're just spending money to lose it.
Yeah,
Because no one's going to buy it again.
no one. So, we're going to do some breaking news. So what I have here, not really much, man. This week has been a little bit light.
Yeah.
Important,
It's
but
important,
light.
But light week. Yeah. It's nothing been a little light. I'm trying to think. Was there anyone I could think of?
Ubisoft Avatar game will actually flex your PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series
Oh
X.
yeah, that's why it's going to be exclusive to Xbox Series X and a PS5 because I guess the way they were describing it,
Yeah.
that the foliage is going to look so realistic. They'll be able to see a lot further out
Yep.
all the details of the thing because the game looks good.
It does look really, really
And
good.
it could possibly be a good game because if they do it right, it could possibly be a good
Yeah,
game.
if they do it right.
Yeah, but I do like the fact that they are going to make sure that it's focused on the graphics and stuff like that. So
Halo Infinite release date narrowed down to a few weeks, Phil Spencer says.
yeah, so he said he should know by the end of summer on a more exact date.
Yeah, we're thinking holiday.
They
We're
said
thinking on
holiday,
September.
but
Was it November or September we talked about? I think it was September.
no, I'm thinking November.
November 12th. I'm thinking the anniversary.
November. That's what you're probably. I'm
November
thinking
12th.
November because all major titles like that release on November.
Yeah, it's usually holiday. Yep.
So it's usually it'd be like literally right before Black Friday and things like that. So it'd be perfect. It'd be the perfect time to release it.
This is interesting. I want to read here real quick. Let's see if it's worthwhile. Trying to. Nah. Save it for the Twitter. Make sure you follow us on Twitter, by the way.
Yeah.
B.o.P Gaming.
Very constant on that. So.
Oh, Charizard base set Pokemon card gets reissued for 25th anniversary.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. But that devalues the actual card, don't you think?
Probably it depends.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, they released I think 25 of them.
Windows 11 wants to make your PC feel more like an Xbox.
Did we already discuss
that? We discussed
that.
That yeah. Because that feature was baked in there. People didn't realize it. Yu-Gi-Oh cards suspiciously jumps to 13.4 million at auction in China.
Oh, the Blue Eyes White Dragon.
What the fluff? Yeah. Well, damn. Card was first announced in 2018, limited to only 500 cards and priced at 200,000 yen.
China did, right? I mean, it's not game related, but you heard what they did.
With the cryptocurrency, robbing people, technically shutting down their businesses because they're trying to get their own eon. See my face real quick with this.
Just banned cryptocurrency there.
They didn't ban it. But what they did was,
machines, right?
no, they're running up on people and seizing their assets for those that are mining Ethereum, Bitcoin, and whatever, because they are releasing their own, which is called Eon. Hope it fails. Stupid. It is stupid. All right, what's another one? Give me another one here. Another breaking here. What's... Courtesy of Kotaku, Sonic's 30th anniversary concert kicked so much ass I cried.
It was so good.
Was it so good?
So good. So good.
I haven't seen it.
It's almost 2 hours, but
Really?
if you like the music, it's really good. They play literally not every single song in the Sonic game, that's too much, but snippets of each of the major titles.
Here's one news that Xbox people would like to know, which you probably heard about. Microsoft will start offering Cyberpunk refunds next month. So on July, I think 7th, 3rd, or the 1st.
Because they think they finally
July
fixed
7th,
the issues.
Yeah, they're saying, all right, then we're not going to do it. Then if PS5 is going to put it right back out to the market, then we're going to go ahead and...
Yeah, I know the PlayStation has it on store now, right?
Yep.
Well, they're going to.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The Nintendo 64 is now 25 years old.
Isn't it crazy?
As of 3 days ago.
One of my favorite systems. Quest 64.
WWE Mayhem.
Oh, we used to play that.
WWF Mayhem.
Quest 64, Mario 64, Mario Kart,
Yep.
Mario Parties.
Obviously, GoldenEye.
GoldenEye, we used to play so much of that.
Dun-dun-dun-dun.
Banjo-Kazooie, one of my favorite
Yep.
platformers. Donkey Kong 64. I mean, there was so much little titles on the 64 that I freaking loved, and it's so crazy how it's 25 years. Makes me ancient.
Do you know what really made me ancient? I was driving, right, and I was playing the radio.
Yeah.
2000 hits, and the radio host was explaining how the 2000s of their style, and how they were when they were back in the day. She was hitting me like she was talking like it was 1980s. I'm like, but we're talking 2000s.
I was in high school during the 2000s.
And then I sat there, I'm like, but 2000s is like 20 years ago.
2001.
So from here on out, I'm going to be hearing these people that I'm listening to radio saying the 2000s were like the old school 20 years ago, that I'm going to be hurt.
You know, they're starting to play they're starting to play like people like Green Day and stuff like that on freaking oldies like rock stations.
That hurts, bro.
That's
like now,
painful.
and I think we're more emotional versus our parents because it was more readily available at that time, and we were hip to that time.
So when you start hearing music like on oldies and stuff, and that's music from like the 90s that we grew up with, I just want to crawl on the floor and just like do this.
It already hurt when we could scroll through the TV and see TV Land and Friends was playing.
I know, it just makes me just like, no.
Yeah, dude. That.
Why? It's just like, I just want, literally when I see things like that, I just want to crawl to the floor and just go like this.
I can't. Yeah, I can't
deal with this.
I can't
deal with this.
Oh my God. Here's good to know. Someone collected almost every PS1 memory card variant. For those that don't know, PlayStation 1 was a PlayStation, and there was no storage in the system. It was memory cards you had to purchase. Memory cards are
we had our own
memory.
memory cards each because we had so much games we had.
Yep. Yep. And I'm seeing a picture here, and it shows all the little variants there, including.
Well, yeah.
Even Dreamcast had the VU. Remember the VU? The View or VU
I
or something?
remember PlayStation had so much different kind of memory.
They really did, though.
I remember the colors and stuff.
Yep.
I think we had a couple. I think we had gray.
We had black,
I think
gray,
black.
we had a see-through blue,
Yeah.
and had a see-through
Did we
control
have
blue.
green, I think?
Yeah.
I remember green somewhere.
Yep. We had a green one.
It was cool.
I think that concludes our
Yeah, I think we're good.
our live here. It's funny because I'm seeing it shows 7 minutes for live, yet we've been on for.
We have it, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But you've been watching clearly, but I'm like, why did it reset? Is odd. Anywho, yeah. So that concluded our little adventure as far as
It was fun.
It was fun. Episode 16 was again very knowledgeable, yet swift topics.
Yeah.
From the Xbox, Windows 11 sneak of wireless,
And some stuff I'm excited
of
about.
cloud streaming, and from Falcom and the 40th anniversary, then Sonic's 30th anniversary, crying session of the anniversary.
With the
A
music
lot of little
and
different things, a lot of different, so it was a good episode. I think it was good. Hopefully next week will be a little bit more jam-packed.
We'll find out.
There was one news that I withheld to talk about, but we're going to talk about that next week.
Yeah, okay.
Something to do with the approval of shadiness of Activision and the pace cut and the pay. They agreed on it.
We'll talk about that.
We'll talk more about that next week. But if it makes the cut, depends on what happens.
Yeah,
Sony could say, "Hey, there's a new state of play." Boom. Nintendo could be like, "Guess what? Direct."
Well, Nintendo just literally had one. So
I'm thinking they're going to talk. Something's going to happen with Xbox. They're going to announce something. Phil Spencer's going to speak more about the release dates of Halo Infinite, as well as when are going to be available for streaming. And now the Windows 11 feature for streaming, your Game Pass Ultimate. Will Phil Spencer make an announcement officially through the Xbox name of said feature, and what to look forward to with TVs and set-top boxes and all that? We don't know.
Exactly.
So episode 16 concludes. Now episode 17 next week, Fridays, 7:30 p.m. Like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you are reminded that we are on live. Give you news, updates, updated news on a weekly basis. Me, Killer Whisk, and Outlandish.
Yeah.
We give you all the news. He's the more detailed variant, and I'm more the rashing. In our opinion, we just
Don't
know.
get me wrong, I can get like that too.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can
yeah.
ghetto too, trust me.
Oh, absolutely. That's what our TikTok's there for. We all see it. But we will say this, and we will agree, and I think all of us that are watching this and those that watch it after will agree on one thing. If EA's established game that they announced will be Anthem as a re-release, we will both be collectively pissed off.
And fighting.
And fighting. It'll be that bad. But again, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, everywhere you see any video content, and as well as audio podcasts. B.o.P